Good morning, children. Now this is 10th class social studies. Children, we are in the 8th lesson, people and migration. Okay, children. So I said in the previous lessons, previous class or periods, why people migrating from their hometowns to other towns and cities. In rural areas, people also why they are moving from one village to another village. Okay, children. So now here seasonal migration. Okay, children. Seasonal migration. So especially we can see the seasonal migration in rural areas. Why the rural area people seasonally migrate? Because almost in rural areas they are depending upon agriculture activities. What are the agriculture activities? Sowing seed, ploughing, remove the weeds. Okay, children. Apply the chemicals and pesticides. Okay, cutting the harvest and crop, threshing, winnowing, packing, etc. These all works are doing by labor, agriculture labor in agriculture fields. The farmers will hire these agriculture labor at a particular season. So the remaining season, the people to survive their family, they are going from their hometown to other villages and other towns, etc. Okay, children? So that is the main reason. In 1990, West Bengal, they found 5 lakhs people, they are moving seasonally from their native towns and their native villages next to one district. What is that district? Bhagmamam. Okay, children? So they migrated to Bhagmamam district from their hometowns. How many? 5 lakhs people. So this is the information of 1919. Where we can find this one? In West Bengal. Okay, children? Next one, Saora. They are tribal people. They migrated to Assam for doing in the plantations. Okay, children? So here, Saora tribal people moving to Assam. So that means they are migrating to Assam. Why? To do works in plantations. Next one, children, Munda and Santal. So these people also migrating to work in mining areas in Odisha. Okay, children? Munda and Santal going to work in mining areas in Odisha. Saura people going to do works in plantation in Assam. Next, Kerala women. 50,000 Kerala women every year almost they are going to Maharashtra area for fish processing. Okay, children? For fish processing. Next one, actually the people who are migrating from their village to other rural areas and also towns and cities, they are simply doing some small works. Okay, what are that works? They will sell the plastic goods, they will sell the vegetables, they are depending upon construction works. That means they are doing as construction labor. Almost the construction works will be done by these workers only, by this labor only. Okay, the contractors will call these construction labor at the end of the week, they will give money, what are that amount. Okay, children, but they are receiving low wages or low money. Okay, so that is happening almost in our country, in every village or in every town. Next one survey is done, the National Commission of Rural Labor in 1990. Okay, children, so they found how many category people are from which community people more or majority people migrating from their hometown to other towns and cities. Okay, children. Next, children, they are depending upon contractors. They do not search the jobs. Okay, the middlemen. Who are the middlemen here? between the labor and the construction sites. The contractors are there. These contractors will call this labor and they will show the job opportunity. So here contractors are doing key role to provide employment opportunities to these migrants. Okay children, especially some category people, that means caste, some caste people only going. Why? Because they do not have any assets in their hometowns, in the village areas. So that is why to survive their families, they are simply going from their village to another village or town, etc. Okay children, for example, we can find in Delhi, some people are coming around Delhi areas to do work in quarries. Okay children, so why they are migrating? To do works in quarries in Delhi areas. Next children, from Kerala, actually some people moving to Kerala to do works in coffee plantations. What's that one? Coffee plantations. Next one, some people migrating to Punjab. Why? Because to do works in farming activities. Okay children, agriculture works, etc. So I repeat once again, to Delhi the people going to do work in quarries. Next one, to Kerala the people migrating for the work of coffee plantation. To Punjab the people going or migrating to do works in farming. Okay children, next one, what happens when people migrate? So what happens when people migrate? So many people after their education in village areas, they are moving from village to urban areas in search of jobs. When they got jobs in urban areas, they settled in urban areas. So that means the village population is decreasing, at the same time the town population is increasing and city population is increasing. So when the people are coming, especially the workers, labor, okay, so they are simply depending upon unorganized sector workers. Okay children, so these people have settled in a slum areas. Even the concerning government also not provide what are the facilities they required. They had to live in a congested place. Even they have no fresh air, drinking water, sanitation, proper sanitation, etc. So it is difficult to look after even the concerning government also in that area. Why? Because people without information, without permission, they are migrating from different villages to town areas. So in this way the town population is increasing. What happens children? The town population is increasing. So that is the main problem here. When the town population is increasing, the concerning municipalities or authorities, they may not look after effectively who are coming to the town areas. Okay children, so next one here, social background of short term migration in 2007-8. I already drawn one pie chart here. So how many category people are migrating? So here I wrote to SC, ST, OBC and others. Okay children, scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, other backward caste and others. So here look at scheduled caste people migrating. How much percent? 19% scheduled caste people are migrating from their hometown to cities and towns. Okay children, next to ST candidates. How many? 23% of people migrating, scheduled tribe people from their hometown to other towns and cities. Next OBC, 40% of the OBC, other backward caste people migrating. Next one others, 18% people are others also migrating. So this is the information, okay, about social background, that means community background, SC, ST, OBC and others. Why these people are migrating? Because in their hometowns they have no properties, they have no lands, they have no assets. So that is the main reason. To survive their families and to feed their children, they are going simply from their hometown to another cities and towns. Okay, when they came to cities and towns, what happened? They are depending upon in unorganized sector only. Okay, so they have no proper wages, they have no security. Okay, so who will call to work? They may not provide all facilities to this workers. So that is the saddest condition prevailing almost in our country, children. Okay, next one, international migration. What is called international migration? So the people who are going from one country to another country, that is called international migration. Okay, children. So some people moving from one state to another state, this is internal migration. From one village to another village, this is also internal migration. But here some people are moving from our country to another countries. For example, some people are going to America, England, France, Germany, Japan, UAE. Okay, children, these countries. Why they are going? Because the job opportunities are there in the other country. So that is why they simply left our country and settle in other country. Some people with one agreement, they are moving work after finishing the work. Okay, they return again to our country. Okay, children. Next one third of, that means 200 million out of 200 million, 70 million people according to UNDP. UNDP means United Nations Development Program. So they are migrating from one state to another state. One developing country to another developing country. So what about our India position? What about our India position? So here, who are migrating from our India? There are two types. First one is skilled labor or skilled workers. Second one is unskilled workers. Skilled workers means they already educated people. Okay, for example, after MBBS, doctors will go to better opportunities to other countries. Next, IT professionals, MBA professionals, engineers, etc. So these who completed their education in professional education, they will move from our country to another country. For example, they are migrating from our country to USA, Russia, Germany, Japan, okay children, France, England, etc. countries. Who skilled labor or skilled professionals from our country. Next children, unskilled labor. Unskilled labor means they may not finish their higher education. Okay, so they who are going unskilled labor from our country to another country. What are that another country? Here I wrote already UAE, United Arab Emirates. UAE. So these United Arab Emirates, they need unskilled labor to do works in their petrol stations, okay, offices, houses, even fields also. Okay, children. So that is why they are giving low salaries to that works. Even they have no proper sanitation and proper shelter in that areas. Why? Because they are unskilled labor. Who are going to UAE, many labor they suffer due to the lack of facilities in the two areas. Especially they are moving from West Asia to West Asia. Okay, okay children. So that is the condition. In 1950, 10,000 people migrated, but in 1960, that means every year 60,000 people are migrating from our country to another countries. So what is the importance of this migration? What are the benefits of this migration? What happened when the people migrated from their hometown to other places? Here the children will suffer. If the rural people will go along with their children, these children may become dropouts. Okay. Next one, even government also, it is difficult to provide all facilities to the migrant people. Next one, another benefit is remittance. What is that remittance means? Actually people migrating for better job. Okay. So they will earn more money in other places. So that is why they are moving from their hometown to other places. So when they did work, they sent some remittance to the mother country. So in this way, who are sending remittance to our country, in our country also the economical position will better than the previous. Okay children, why? Because they are sending some remittance from their foreign countries. Okay children, so that is the one of the benefit. Next one, in Kerala 1970 their economical standard is low, but after 30 years what happened, they are adding the remittance in the budget 40% through remittance, because Kerala people settle in other countries, so then they send remittance to this mother state of Kerala. Okay children, so these remittance will add to that state budget. Okay children, so that is happened. Next one act already passed in 1983. What is the act importance here? Who are going from our country to other countries, so they set up one embassy, foreign embassy. So if the person will want to go America, one embassy is there, they will register their name. Each and every rules and regulation will tell in this embassy who are going from our country to America, Japan, Russia, China, whatever the country is, even United Arab Emirates also. So they will look after and they will provide rules and regulations. Okay children, if anybody will harm them, they will intimate here in this embassy. Immediately the concerning officials will take care of themselves. Okay children, so that is happening. Okay children, this is your lesson. Thank you.